mishandled by Uhuru for far too long. He promised, when I get to power, I will not mistreat... Wait, Alai. I will not mistreat my deputy president. Let me finish this point.
Yes.
I will not mistreat my deputy president the way I was mistreated. In fact, instead of mistreating him, he kicked him out. He chased him away.
And chasing even Kenyans.
It comes at a very interesting time when even President Uhuru Kenyatta, President William Ruto rather, has toned down on his attack against his predecessor.
Yeah.
So what does this mean for the current political alignment? The current president does not appear eager.
The president of Kenya doesn't have to be good to Uhuru Kenyatta for him to support him. I think he has gone out of his way to try to mend fences and even undo the wrongs regarding Gachagua himself did to Uhuru Kenyatta. He has taken responsibility as the president. But there's nothing President Ruto will do which will make Uhuru and Gachagua happy as long as he still deals with Nyanza, as long as he still brings development in Nyanza. It is very interesting.
Oh my goodness!
Can you just
let's allow him to speak. I'll come back to you.
Okay. Can you just give me time to speak?
Most obliged.
I'm a very calm. This is my shemage. She has a stake in Nyanza. Yeah, so you have to. She has to listen to me because I'm the one who is taking care of her now.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's nothing President Ruto will do which will make them, as long as it still brings development. Kenyan politics is structured in such a way that we make it our business to ensure development doesn't go to Fred for Alai to benefit. And for the first time, we have a president who says that Alai can benefit and Fred benefits at the same time. Why does our Anne lose for Alai to benefit? If you go to the development, even though the affordable housing, it is happening more in central Kenya than anywhere else.
So you're saying Uhuru Kenyatta cannot work with William Ruto because William Ruto is taking development to chance? Is that what you're saying?
That is the only frustration. That is the only agreement. For the first time, we have a president who is being criticized not on the common mwananchi issues. Imagine somebody saying here, kwamba alisema kwamba hatachukua deni. Lakini these people are saying that hatachukua deni, left the biggest deni. Kibaki left us just north of 1 trillion with the deni. This guy brought us to close to 10 trillion. Ruto, in fact, has taken less in 5 years than compared to Uhuru.
He has not finished 5 years.
So he has not finished, yes, but he has stabilized the country. The countries who are at our level defaulted. Kenya has not defaulted. All the countries which are at our level, can we just at least appreciate the president?
Okay.
I know that, for the first time, nobody's talking about the cost of... We are in the middle of a fight in the Middle East and oil is not rising. In fact, if Gachagua or Uhuru Kenyatta were anywhere near the presidency today, fuel would be 300 bob.
Okay, and I know you're itching to respond to what he has said.
I love this, but let me tell you one thing.
As a member of UDA, I was...
Let me tell you,
I'm coming to you.
Let me tell you, and I've said this and I've said it several times. If Gachagua, God forbid, becomes part of the presidency, as a deputy president or a president in the near future, the first victim will be these people.
Wow.
The first victim. Because his kind of politics is not rooted in any development which is going to be inclusive in this country.
All right. Final comments. We should be out in the next 5 minutes.
I want to remind Honorable Alai, I was in UDA 2022 and went around telling people about the manifesto of UDA, and we had 9 strong pillars. Talk of them: infrastructure, health coverage, youth employment. But it's unfortunate. So
you're part of the team that really criticized.
Well, of course, I was in team
Uhuru Kenyatta.
No. I was in team William Ruto then. But unfortunately, this is the 4th is no youth employment. The cost of living has really gone high. The health, for example, I can talk of health because I'm a medical practitioner. I can tell you for sure, SHA is not working. Tell him to go to Kenyatta Hospital. As much as even basic food, patients are lacking food. SHA is not working. Even paying dialysis for those patients who have chronic illnesses, they are suffering. Maternity is not paying. I told you, for the first time, the government is commercializing giving birth. You remember during Uhuru time, like I said, there was Linda Mama. Mothers used to pay only 500. They get in, they give birth and go home happily. Unfortunately, today, if you don't have 9,000 and you're not a member of SHA, you can't give birth. And that's why women now, they're giving birth in their homes. And we're experiencing a lot of maternal mortality rate. And I said it. Education, again, there's a lot of corruption. We don't have quality education today. Agriculture, the same. There is expensive and high taxation of agricultural produce. And market is very, you realize that the payment is very minimal. The farmers are working very hard, but they're getting very little. And this is not what the government promised the people of Kenya. A lie. All the promises, they are not done. Okay. Actually, I would tell you, and I don't think there'll be any change because we've remained only 1 year to take one William Ruto home.
17 months to go. Final comment.
Thank you very much. You know, Honorable Alai is a person I hold in very high regard. I have not known him as a result of being the MCA for Kileleshwa. I knew him
as an activist.
I knew him even before he was elected. But it is very unfortunate for him to say the only reason as to why Gachagua and Mount Kenya generally is criticizing President Ruto is because he's taking development to Nyanza. It is very unfortunate. If that is his argument, then he's not telling us why Kalonzo Musyoka, who comes from Ukambani, has a problem with William Ruto. He's not telling us why Fred Matiang'i, who comes from Kisii and not Mount Kenya, is having a problem with William Ruto. He's not telling us why Edwin Sifuna, who comes from Western, has a problem with William Ruto. He's not telling us why James Orengo, who comes from his backyard, has a problem with William Ruto. Our problem with William Ruto is not personal, is not vendetta because of Nyanza, it's because of failure to deliver on the promises that he made to us. And remember, me and Anita were in UDA. In fact, I voted for William Ruto. Anita voted. Alai did not vote for William Ruto. So we know William Ruto.
How things change.
We know, yes, we know William Ruto than Alai. Alai, I'm telling you, the next government that is coming to run this country will be yeah, let him laugh. Will be led by Rigathi Gachagua, Kalonzo Musyoka, Matiang'i, and his colleagues. But if Rigathi Gachagua tells us,
with the backing of Uhuru Kenyatta?
With the backing of Uhuru Kenyatta. If Rigathi Gachagua tells us they have agreed with Kalonzo to be the flag bearer, we will also accept because we are looking at it as a package, as a team, not as an individual.
Final word, Alai.
No, thank you so much. I think that it is very interesting to hear that. The only biggest frustration I came with from this funeral is that Orengo said there was always a Baba was dead. Martha assumes the presidency.
Did he say that?
Nobody called him. But he said that mngekubali Raila kuwe president, leo Martha Karua angekuwa president. Imagine the governor of Siaya said that. And nobody called him out. I wish that President Ruto, Uhuru told him, I didn't plan for my brother to die for somebody to inherit the seat. I wanted Raila to be president, really. I wish somebody just corrected it, for record, to be on record. But nobody corrected him. And then it entrenched a belief that these people were not for Raila to be president. They were for Martha Karua to be president.
Oh my goodness! Again, give 1 second. This one cannot be go unchallenged.
The records, yeah.
Orengo did not say that they were happy Baba died so that Martha could become the president. What Orengo was simply saying is that now that Baba went, if Baba went with Martha as the deputy president, it would have natural course that Martha would have become the president. Even now, even if Ruto was to go, Ruto is human, he can go. If he was to go, who will take over. It's natural, the deputy president. So please, let's stop misquoting Orengo.
All right. Thank you so much, Wakili Boniface Nyamu. Anna Thumbi, who's a nominated MCA, and Robert Alai, who's an MCA Kileleshwa ward.
We don't call them nominated, we call them special
elects MCA. Asanteni sana for your time at TV47. As we took a look at the headlines today, once again, a quick look. Of course, that very interesting photo has dominated the headlines on the front page of the People Daily. Wanazungumzia hiyo picha ya Uhuru Kenyatta na Rigathi Gachagua. Matiang'i just looking on. Uhuru Gachagua meeting boosts opposition unity push. That's a People Daily, and they ask a question. Are they sending signals? It's the same picture, actually 3 of them on the front page of the Star, but the headline on the front page of the Star is Rot, Rats and Raw Sewage Inside Broken Prison System. Chunga sana usiende jela, mambo ni ngumu upande hiyo. Yes. Haven of corruption, that's a headline on the front page of the Standard this morning, and nothing to do with that picture, but that picture again appears on the front page of the Daily Nation. Signs of a handshake, elusive truce. They talk about the relationship between Rigathi Gachagua and retired President Uhuru Kenyatta. On the Business Daily, payslips blow as Mbadi holds back tax cut plan. He had promised watu watapata pesa, haiko. Robert Alai was with us yesterday somewhere. Ndoto telezi ya Kenya Kwanza ndio habari kuu kwenye ukurasa wa mbele wa gazeti la Taifa Leo. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a state of the nation. After the break, we switch gears and talk matters, other issues which Anno Dida will be having a guest in studio on. My name is Freddie Ndimuli. Good morning.